8:53 here, Big 550 KTRS, Kelly Jackson. All right, we've teased it long enough. The coolest, first of all, if you want to watch what we're about to play, you want to go to stltoday.com, go to the opinion tab. Go to KTRS.com, the front page. You can certainly do it through your mobile apps or through your iPads or whatever else. Download the app, KTRS.com. The app, just search the App Store for KTRS, and if you're on the radio, we'll try and describe it to you. So, yesterday I found this video. It's out there, and I put it on my Facebook page, and after this we'll tweet it out and everything else. But the only way to describe this video is picture an elevator at the site of the brand new Freedom Tower in New York, which is what they're building to replace the World Trade Center. Now, they're not building it on the World Trade Center site per se. Those two squares are part of the memorial that's been dedicated to the site and to the victims of 9/11. Mm-hmm. But the new Freedom Tower is the World Trade Center, I guess is what they're calling it. The World Trade Building is sort of next to it. And this video, it's a completely computer-enhanced video of an elevator starting below the surface of the Earth in the year 1500.
Right.
And as the elevator starts to go up through the Earth into the ground and above the ground, the timeline continues. So as the elevator goes up, the timeline starts to go. So it's 1551, 1552, 53, 54, 1600, 1625, 1650, 1700, 1776, all the way up to 2015. And as the elevator goes up, it shows what Manhattan looked like at that time.
Right.
So you can stop it at 1775, and it's, just a little bit above the ground, and you can see what Manhattan looked like in 1775, which is colonial time. There's no Brooklyn Bridge. There's no World Trade Center. There's no Statue of Liberty. There's just a couple of farmlands and a couple of roads and a couple of buildings. And as it starts to go up, you see the rise of the skyscraper, and the small little farms go away, and there's a church that stays there the whole time. It is one of the coolest videos you will ever see.
It is so good and so detailed.
Yes.
And the landscape, how it drastically changes.
Yes.
It's exquisite.
What I saw, what it really affected me was in the 1970s, all of a sudden the World Trade Center appears. Mm-hmm. And it blocks off a large portion of the view of downtown Manhattan. And then in 2001, it goes away. And so all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's right, it doesn't exist anymore. It's just another way to show what happened and how it's, and then it ends in 2015. It's about a minute video, so it's not very long. And it ends in 2015 on the 102nd floor, like you're on the elevator of the new World Trade Center, and you've just seen the history of Manhattan in your ride up the elevator.
Yeah. It's quite a... Can you imagine being on that elevator? What a ride.
Yeah.
To really experience it when you're going up.
Yeah.
Wasn't there some kind of... they were really questioning whether they should even add the Twin Towers in that when they were doing it?
I'm sure there were all sorts of questions over whether they should or shouldn't.
They were kind of conflicted when they were
because they didn't want to. They were upset that it might conjure up some sad thoughts and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there was a bit of a conflict, but obviously in the end, it's part of history.
Right. You got to do it. I mean, it's there. It appears.
It's just weird how you see it and then it disappears.
Right. It's there and then it goes away, and then then they show you as they get up to the 2007, 2008. All of a sudden, the new building then grows up around the elevator.
Yes.
So while you're looking at this quote-unquote glass-enclosed elevator, this virtual glass-enclosed elevator, you start to see the metal framing of the building surround you, ultimately encloses you all, and then lets you off on the 102nd floor of the brand new building.
It's just genius, whoever thought of that.
It really is one of these things that is, the dog driving your car will get 8 billion views, right? I mean, this is something This is extraordinary.
This will break the internet. No, it really is. It's exquisite.
And I've always wondered, every time I've ever been in Manhattan, or you down at the Arch or whatever, you just sort of see an old time picture of St. Louis or New York, and you think to yourself, man, this was farmland at one point.
Yeah.
Right, there were log cabins that dotted along the Mississippi River. Right? That's all where the Arch grounds is. There were just log cabins.
There was hardly anything there.
Right, and so that's why that movie on the History Channel, The Men Who Built America. Did you ever see that show?
No, I didn't.
It's worth going to find it just to see them discuss the building of the Eads Bridge. And Andrew Carnegie, there's a scene, and it's all computer generated, and it's Andrew Carnegie standing in East St. Louis, looking at St. Louis, and them deciding that there needs to be a bridge right here. And they're talking about the Eads Bridge. Mm-hmm. And they look, and they show a picture of St. Louis, and you see the new courthouse. But not the Eagleton new courthouse. We call it the old courthouse.
To them, it was the new courthouse.
They call it the new courthouse, and it's completely computer generated. So it's not official, but it's an artist's rendering of what St. Louis looked like back in the 1860s.
Wow.
It's really. We'll send it out. We'll tweet it out. We'll Facebook it out. It'll be out there. But this video of this elevator riding up the. It's really extraordinary.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can ponder this